Hello, Gemini. I'm Luna Hart, and I'm grateful you found your way here today. Something unusual is stirring in the sky today, and if you've been feeling mentally overwhelmed, emotionally tense, or caught in an invisible tug-of-war, know that you're not alone. As Mercury forms a direct opposition to Pluto, we're entering a period of intense psychological weather. This isn't the kind of tension you can easily shake off. It's a mental friction that presses deep into the psyche where words carry weight. Silences scream louder than speech, and every conversation seems charged with something unspoken. For Gemini, a sign that thrives on thought, movement, and expression, this planetary opposition can feel like a war within. You may find yourself ruminating on situations where logic doesn't seem to help. You might notice a surge in mental anxiety or confrontations that seem to demand you prove your truth at all costs. But beneath the noise, the real invitation is subtler and more profound. This transit is unearthing the wound astrologers sometimes call the weight of witness, that quiet grief we carry when we've seen too much, felt too deeply, and couldn't fix what broke. It's the sorrow that doesn't stem from what we've done, but from what we couldn't do. Perhaps you watched someone suffer, made space for their pain, and still walked away powerless. That memory lives in the background, asking to be honored, not solved. Today, as the heavens churn this deep internal dialogue to the surface, the call isn't to push through to fight or to explain. The call is to sit with it, to acknowledge the wound, to stop taking responsibility for pain that was never yours to hold, and in doing so, begin the quiet, necessary work of release. This is the beginning of your transformation, Gemini. Not through action, but through awareness, not by doing more, but by softening into what already is. And from here, yes, something big truly begins. And as the cosmic pressure builds, there's another presence quietly stepping forward, one that doesn't roar but grins with mischief in its eyes. The energy of the coyote has arrived in your field, Gemini. Not as a threat, but as a reminder. A companion, a sacred disruptor. In indigenous traditions and ancient stories, the coyote is not just a trickster, it is a wise teacher disguised in foolishness. It shows up when life has grown too rigid, when we've become so entangled in control, expectation, or overthinking that we've forgotten how to laugh, how to breathe, how to let go. And that is exactly what the coyote brings you now. A playful nudge from the universe to release the mental tightness that's been gripping your jaw, your shoulders, your spirit. To stop clutching your thoughts like weapons and soften your gaze toward the world. Yes, there are serious things unfolding. Yes, you feel them deeply, but not every lesson must arrive in pain. Not every moment of growth must be earned through suffering. The coyote invites you to return to a state of inner flexibility, to let your mind wander like a child, exploring a summer field, unafraid of what it will find. It's a call to stop performing intellect and start living wisdom, to laugh at the absurdity of control, to loosen your grip on needing to understand everything and simply exist within it. In this moment, the medicine is lightness, not denial, not avoidance, but levity. It's the art of being able to hold life's complexity without drowning in it. To hold sorrow in one hand and joy in the other, and recognize that both are sacred. So if you've been carrying the world on your back, Gemini, the coyote comes to whisper, it's okay to set it down. Let yourself be foolish. Let yourself be free. The universe isn't asking you to have it all figured out, it's asking you to feel it all, and still choose wonder. And as the days ahead begin to unfold, the universe prepares you for something new, not sudden or chaotic, but quietly emerging like the soft bloom of spring after a long, silent winter. There is a shift happening within you, Gemini, and it is not a coincidence. The planetary energy surrounding you is activating the deeper realms of the divine feminine, the part of you that knows how to nurture, how to create, how to receive without chasing. This isn't about gender, it's about essence, about allowing softness to be your strength, about realizing that life responds not just to effort, but to openness. Under these skies, Venus may be stirring in your chart, perhaps touching the moon or aligning with Neptune, and you may find yourself more sensitive, more intuitive, more in tune with the unspoken beauty around you. You are being invited to reconnect with what nourishes you. This may look like tending to your physical body, your home, your relationships, or even your dreams. Creation begins when you make space. And right now, space is being made within you, even if you can't see the full form of what's coming next. Simultaneously, Mars and Jupiter may be lighting up a new area of your chart, a house or placement that asks you to begin again. Something is awakening, a desire, a direction, a new sense of calling. You may be feeling a pull toward a fresh project, a new relationship dynamic, or a bold shift in how you express yourself to the world. It's not fully formed yet. It's still tender, still flickering, but that's what makes it sacred. You're not here to wait until it's perfect. You're here to begin with uncertainty in your pocket and courage in your chest. But for all of this to unfold, clarity is essential. Saturn's influence is strong right now, perhaps transiting your 10th or 3rd house, and it's reminding you that integrity must lead the way. You're being asked to get honest. With yourself, with others. There may be situations in your life where speaking the truth feels difficult, even risky, but the cosmos does not reward avoidance, it rewards alignment. If something is no longer in resonance, you'll feel it. If a boundary is needed, it's time to place it not as punishment, but as protection. Your words carry weight now. Use them with precision. So here you are, Gemini, at the threshold of something entirely new. Your softness is not weakness. Your desire is not foolish. Your truth is not too much. This moment is not about performance or perfection. It's about presence. And the stars are aligning to remind you that this beginning isn't random, it's right on time. Gemini, one of the most profound shifts this season brings you is the gentle, persistent call to return to yourself, not as an idea, not as a role, but as a living, breathing being who deserves nourishment in every sense of the word. The sky is not asking you to push harder. It is asking you to soften inward, to nourish your body not out of fear, but out of reverence, to care for your mind not with rigid discipline, but with spaciousness, and to tend to your spirit not with perfection, but with presence. You are an air sign, born of thought and conversation, but the cosmos now leans toward embodiment. Planets may be moving through your 6th or 12th house, quietly urging you to find sacred rhythm in your daily routines, to reconnect with what makes you feel alive: movement, stillness, solitude, sunlight. This isn't about self-improvement, it's about self-remembrance. When you return to the body, you return to the truth, and from that place, your clarity begins to root. Part of that clarity involves letting go of burdens you were never meant to carry. Perhaps you've spent years trying to hold space for someone else's healing. Perhaps you've tried to fix what could not be fixed. And now the stars offer you a liberating truth. You are not responsible for saving everyone. Some stories are not yours to rewrite. Some lessons are not yours to teach. You can still love deeply without losing yourself in someone else's pain. This is where the beauty of a beginner's mindset returns, one of astrology's most overlooked medicines. Uranus or Chiron may be influencing your chart right now, encouraging you to release old identities and greet the present with curiosity instead of expectation. You are not who you were. You are becoming someone new. And that becoming requires humility. It requires you to step into uncharted space with open eyes and an open heart, not to control the outcome, but to be transformed by the experience itself. And finally, as Mercury continues to move and dance across the sky, remember this: not all information is truth. In a world saturated with voices, headlines, and opinions, the sharpest skill you can develop is discernment. Your intuition is your compass now. Strengthen it, trust it. Not every message that enters your mind deserves a response. Not every projection from others needs to be absorbed. Step away from the noise when needed, and anchor yourself in stillness. You are allowed to begin again, Gemini. You are allowed to listen more closely to the voice within. You are allowed to care for yourself in ways no one else ever taught you. And in doing so, you will not only reclaim your energy, you will create a life that finally reflects the truth of who you are. And as the last whispers of this message reach you, a final energy steps forward, clear, bold, and unmistakably radiant. Geneva, not a planet, not a transit, but an archetype she who radiates. Her presence is a mirror held up to you, Gemini, asking not who you should become, but whether you've forgotten who you already are. You are not here to shrink into the corners of your life. You are not here to question your light. You are here to step forward gracefully, unapologetically, and let the world feel the warmth of your presence. Right now, your chart may be lit with the energy of Leo, Aries, or even a strong solar activation, reminding you that confidence is not arrogance. It is alignment. It is knowing your worth without demanding validation. Geneva asks, how do you show up? Not just in appearance, but in energy. Are you dressing like the person you're becoming? Are you speaking from the seat of your soul? Do your choices reflect your inner royalty or your inner fear? Leadership is no longer about control. It's about embodiment. And the world needs your leadership now, not through status or perfection, but through example. When you choose to walk as yourself, you invite others to do the same. And then, quietly, like a final punctuation mark, the number arrives. 6969. A sacred signal from the universe that a cycle is closing. You've learned what needed to be learned. You've held on long enough. And now, it's time. Time to release the chapter that no longer fits the rhythm of your heartbeat. Time to turn the page with reverence, not regret. What lies ahead isn't a replacement, it's a rebirth. You've sensed it. You've dreamed it. Now, you're standing at the threshold of it. Let the old fall away with love. Step forward with the knowing that nothing real is ever lost, only transformed. Your light, Gemini, was never meant to stay hidden. And this moment, it's not the end, it's your beginning. And if you're still here, listening, then know this. You are ready. I know this journey hasn't been easy. As a Gemini, with your restless mind and tender heart, you've carried more than most. You've felt deeply, questioned everything, and held space for what others could not name. But because of that, you now stand at the threshold of something sacred, a return to your truest self. Let the old fall away with grace. Trust the quiet pull rising from within, even if it feels fragile or undefined. Taking care of yourself is not indulgence, it is essential. It is the ground from which your light will continue to rise. My hope is that what you've heard today isn't just a message, but a confirmation that you are not alone, that the universe is walking with you breath by breath, step by step. I'm Luna Hart, and from my heart to yours, thank you for being here. Keep walking forward with trust, with love, and with the quiet, radiant power that only you carry. We'll meet again when the time is right. Until then, live fully, breathe deeply, and never dim your light.